Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany, your friendly plant-loving internet stranger. Today we are back with the long-awaited Alocasia Collection video. I'm so excited to be sharing these plants with you. Let's get started. The first Alocasia is one that I'm going to ask that you lift up in prayer because she does not look like she's doing too well. I've had her sitting close to a window, actually probably way too close to a south-facing window. And she's like right up against the window. So she's probably a little burnt up and a little frostbit because it is cold in the window now. So I need to relocate her, but she still got some green on these little tiny babies here. There is still some green. This is my Alocasia Black Velvet, if you can believe it. I'm so sad about how this plant is looking, y'all. She is not doing well, but I'm going to keep lifting her up in prayer, and we're going to get rid of these ugly leaves. Not ugly, just damaged. Okay, you are beautiful. We're going to get rid of those. She also feels like she needs to be watered, so she needs a lot of loving, tender care. This is a new plant. I got this plant this summer, so I'm not thrilled with how she's looking. So I'm gonna definitely be working to rehab her, and I'm gonna put her on my sick and shut in list. So again, keep this Alocasia Black Velvet in your thoughts and your prayers. Lift her up. We want to see her make a full speedy recovery, and hopefully I'll have a good update about her very soon. The next Alocasia in my collection is this Alocasia Bambino. Now, if you are familiar with the Alocasia poly, the Bambino looks very, very similar to that plant. I would say it is probably like it's like a first cousin to the Alocasia poly. The only difference in the Alocasia poly and the Bambino that I've noticed so far is that these leaves are a bit longer and skinnier than the Alocasia poly. And this is still a relatively young plant. This is in a 4-inch pot. As you can see, it might be a little difficult because all of the leaves are kind of crowded up here, but you can kind of tell with this one how long the leaf is. Kind of a long oblong shape compared to the Alocasia poly, which has a similar color and veining going throughout the leaves, but the shape is a bit different. So the Bambino is going to be smaller in the leaf size. This is a very, very full plant. I'm super happy with how this one came. This was a mail order plant. Actually, all of these Alocasia, with the exception of one of them, I got through Etsy or through the website Hertz Garden. It's an online plant nursery. I am excited to see how the Bambino will grow. I think that as the plant matures, the leaves will stay more compact, but they'll grow longer. So we'll see. I'm not exactly sure what the mature version of this plant is going to look like, but it's really pretty so far. It's very full. As you can see there, it looks like there are 3 plants in this one, so that's not bad at all. A couple of them are starting to turn colors. This one is broken, unfortunately, so I'm going to leave it there. It's still attached to the plant. I want the plant to suck out its nutrients, and then I'll take it off. But this one seems to be turning yellow, which I think is normal considering how many leaves are in this plant. That is the Alocasia Bambino. The next plant is the Alocasia Friedic. Friedic is not looking very happy right now. I think a big part of that is because she is preparing to spit out some new leaves. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but there are definitely new leaves coming in. There's one coming in here along this stem. There's another coming in along this stem. There's one coming along this stem, and then there's another one coming along this stem as well. So that's 4 new stems that I can see coming in. They're not very visible yet, but I'm hoping that's the reason why some of the larger leaves are starting to like lose their color and droop. I mean, this is a smaller one, but it's still happening with that one as well. I think once we get her together, she's gonna be a grower. I am contemplating moving all of my Alocasia upstairs to my Monstera corner where it has a grow light that goes on most of the day. I'm also planning to put a humidifier up there for those plants in the wintertime. So yeah, I think that because these are like very tropical plants, I'm going to need to make sure I'm giving these folks a little bit more tender loving care, and I want them to survive. I do not want these plants to perish over the winter. So I am going to group them all together. I have them all grouped together now, but just make sure that I'm, again, like I said, giving them a little bit extra love and like really putting them under the light as it gets cold, making sure that their corner is nice and warm, making sure that they have enough humidity because these are like tropical plants as well. And hopefully we will see Alocasia Friedic here bounce back. This is one of my favorite plants. This leaf right here, just look at her. Gorgeous. One thing that I love about the Friedic plants is that they have these very luxurious looking leaves. They feel like velvet. And then the contrast of the green with the lighter green veining going throughout the leaf is just so beautiful to me. This looks like a very luxurious, expensive plant. Actually was not that expensive. Probably paid around $14 for this one in a 4-inch pot. So highly recommend this plant if you know how to take care of alocasia plants. Alocasias can be a bit finicky, but if you have them down as far as like the care and the maintenance, then like definitely recommend this plant just because of how beautiful it is. Check that out. The next plant is the Alocasia dragon scale. I have a few of these dragon scale, dragony alocasias, and the name really fits the plant so well. Look at how reptilian these leaves look. They are just absolutely stunning. Like, you can just look at this and know why it's called dragon scale, because it looks like scales. I've never seen a dragon, so I can't say what a dragon scale looks like, but I am gonna assume if dragons were real, they would have scales that look like this plant. Let me see if I can get you a really nice close-up. Just stunning. Check out that. Such a beautiful plant. This is probably one of the alocasias I have that's in the best condition right now, and I'm hoping that she stays like that. I'm gonna also put her under the grow light too, because she's looking so healthy, and I want to really make sure I'm setting her up for success as the temperatures continue to drop, and until I want to put my heat on in the house, because right now it's just cold and I'm just gonna be wearing socks and hoodies, and that's fine with me. But I have a lot of plants that might not like that. So I'm going to make sure I put her leaves are cold. Poor thing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to make sure I put her upstairs where it is a bit warmer and where she's going to be sitting under a grow light for most of the day. So yeah, really happy with this one. This is the Alocasia dragon scale. I hate to pick favorites, y'all, but this is my favorite alocasia. Just kidding. I love all of y'all equally, but I really, really love this one, y'all. This is my Alocasia silver dragon. Again, right? If there were a silver dragon out there, this is probably what her scales would look like. This plant is beautiful. Now, this is called a silver dragon, but I like to call this plant my incredible hawk plant, because what does it look like? I have never seen a plant with a banging body like this one, okay? Do you see how these muscles are just muscling through these leaves, y'all? It just looks like the plant can bench press me. This plant looks so strong and intimidating. I love it so much. It is beautiful. And what you can't tell is that this plant is also velvety to the touch. Not only does it have this banging buff body, but it is soft and cuddly and just wraps you up in a warm embrace. I mean, it's cold right now because, like I said, the heat's not on, but I love this plant so much. It's the second time I've had this plant. I have some earlier videos from maybe last year or the year before where I was talking about having this silver dragon and she was so cute. He or she or they were so cute. It didn't survive after last year, so that was really disappointing. But I got a new one this year and I'm gonna put it under that grow light so this plant is good throughout the winter. And I wanna see how big this one can get. I really, really wanna see how big this incredible hawk plant can get, because first of all, it's beautiful. Second of all, it's got that dragon scale thing going on. And third of all, it's got this buff leaf thing going on. So I really want to help this one. Might give it a little bit of protein powder. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually going to give it any protein powder, but you know, it's a buff plant, right? So I'm going to give it as many nutrients as I can. One of those being sitting under a grow light. Let's just take a minute to appreciate this beautiful plant. This is the Alocasia silver dragon. Oh my goodness, it is so gorgeous. Look at that. I cannot get over how beautiful these leaves are. You know, Mother Nature just be doing her thing. Like, what? What compelled you to make a plant that look like this? Beautiful. Let's show her some love in the comments. This is my second largest alocasia. This is my Alocasia pink dragon, right? Now, with the dragon family for sure, Her leaves are not as scaly as her dragon brothers and sister, the silver dragon and the dragon scale. These leaves are a lot smoother. They do not have that velvet finish that the Friedic and the Alocasia silver has. The finish of this leaves is closer to the dragon scale. Dragon scale is just, it has the texture of a scale, but it is a smooth leaf. This one is a smooth leaf as well. I've seen it sold as Alocasia pink dragon because of the pink stems, and there's a little bit of pink in the leaves. It kind of comes across more purple on some of the leaves, on the older leaves. So like this leaf right here in the front is pretty purple on the underside, if you can tell, but some of the younger leaves have like hints of pink on the underside. I've seen this one sold as Alocasia pink dragon and Alocasia Morocco pink dragon. Pink dragon, if you're looking for it, just search Alocasia pink dragon. I also got this one online. I think this might be either a 6-inch or maybe a 6-inch pot. I don't think this is 8-inch, but it's humongous. I didn't realize I was buying a larger plant when I got this one, but when I took it out of the box, I was just blown away. It is so beautiful. It's such a sturdy plant. You can see like the stem just looks so sturdy. A lot of the other Alocasias have the same shape, but like a flimsier stem. This one is solid. It is very solid. It's got a little bit of root action coming through the bottom, so I'm probably going to need to repot her pretty soon, which I'm not mad at. And I'm also going to keep her under a grow light for the fall and winter, right up against a humidifier, and we're going to see how she continues to grow. I'm hoping that she's just going to get bigger and bigger, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. And then finally, this mammoth of a Alocasia, my Alocasia Sumo. Now I've had this Alocasia Sumo for a couple of years. As you can tell, she's got a leaf that has dried off that I probably can just pull off. I like to wait until the plant sucks out most of the nutrients, but she has a whole ecosystem, y'all. I mean, it's a family reunion. This is a generational household, a multi-generational household in this pot right now. I got this boomer grandmother with the larger 2 leaves right here. Let's say these are the grandparents, all right? And then I got the Gen X right here, mom and dad. Then I got a millennial. Wait, is this a millennial or a Gen Alpha? It's a millennial. I don't see any iPad, so definitely a millennial. It's a whole family. This is 3 generations in a pot. I'm gonna give you a close view so you can see. And then when we take a step back, this plant is as tall, almost as tall as I am. I'm holding it just below my waist. So she's about half my height, and that's incredible. This plant was not this tall when I bought it. I bought this plant maybe 2 years ago. She has survived the winters in my house. I don't do anything fancy in the wintertime, like with humidifiers and stuff. This year I am going to be a bit more intentional with how I'm treating the plants during the winter because I want to see some maximum growth. So I'm going to be having some of them up under a grow light and beside a humidifier. She has been doing so well in front of the south facing window. As you can see, she kind of grows in the direction of the light. So the sun is on this side, her leaves are facing that side. This is one that I have to rotate on a regular basis because if I don't, the plant will literally stick its head out of the window. So I have to rotate it just to have some privacy and keep my blinds shut because the plant will stick its head through the blinds to get to that sun. So I'm a little bit hesitant about moving it. I may leave it where it is and just move the smaller alocasias until they like grow some legs. Like this one has clearly grown some legs and arms and a head, and you know, this is a full person basically in this pot. Look at how massive it is. So I may leave her where she is and just make sure I'm keeping her watered. The thing that worries me is her pot is a little cold. Also, I haven't turned the heat on if I haven't mentioned that so far in this video. So that's probably why her pot is cold. But I'm so happy with this plant. I'm thrilled with how it is grown. She is not showing any signs of like weakness, illness. She looks vibrant. She's healthy. She keeps spitting out offspring and continues to make this multi-generational household grow. I'm hoping we got the boomers, the Gen X, and the millennials. I'm hoping we'll get a couple of Gen Zs in here pretty soon. That'll be exciting. So I will definitely keep y'all updated on her. She's my oldest Alocasia in my collection, and she's the biggest. She's the biggest. Now, the Sumo, I think like clearly sumo wrestlers are gigantic, right? That's probably why this plant has that name. I don't know if any of the other alocasias that I have in my collection will grow to be as large as this one, but I'm definitely going to try to help them reach this point. I think the one that could potentially get as large as this one, just based on how big its leaves are right now, is probably the pink dragon, but we'll see. Sumo though is just doing her thing, and I'm just so proud of her. I love this plant so much, and I'm so excited to see how it's looking next year. And that is my Alocasia collection. Hopefully you enjoyed. Be sure to like this video and leave me a comment letting me know if you have any of these alocasias or which one is your favorite that I show. My favorite is the silver dragon, but don't tell the others. Do me a favor and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.